Well, adding plenty of interest to the meeting at Gloucester Park on Friday night is the reappearance after a spell of two very good 5-year-olds in the stables of Andrew De Campo. I refer to Tis a Dream and to the WA Derby winner of a couple of seasons ago in Handsandwheels. And with me tonight is Andrew's son Aidan, and you've got a good book of drives at Gloucester Park on Friday night. Let's start off with Handsandwheels, the Derby winner of a couple of years ago. He's drawn barrier 4 in race 5. He's won 14 of 43. He's won 17 places, so you couldn't ask much more from a horse.
Yeah, no, he's been a great horse to us over the years. He's always gone out and come back a little bit better, and we're hoping that he does that again this time. Last prep was a short prep but successful prep. I think he had 7 or 8 starts and 4 or 5 wins and a few placings. He's come back. He's shown us that he's come back pretty good. From the draw, probably pressed the button early, and you'd think you'd find the front in a race like that.
Yes, he did finish his last campaign on a high. And what was the reason why the stable decided to turn him out when he was in such good form?
Oh, look, we kind of have a bit of an opinion of the horse, and we thought why he was going good, and that was send him out and bring him back at the end of the year when there's a bit more better racing for him and stuff like that. So hopefully he repays the favour.
And as you say, he's got good gate speed from barrier 4, but there's a bit of pace inside of him. Naylor can jump away reasonably fast. I see nothing generally goes forward, but they're not brilliant beginners.
Not brilliant beginners, and you'd think the 1 and the 3 horse would probably wouldn't mind taking a trail on us, and the 2 horse probably doesn't have enough speed to go over us early. So, if it looks like he should probably find the front there.
And he's capable of winning first up? Yeah,
definitely. I think he broke the track record at home this morning, so we're pretty happy with him coming back.
That's not a bad rap, isn't he? Did he work by himself?
No, he worked with a couple other ones. He sat 3 back and beat them both home, so that's good.
And Tis a Dream, how's he working? He's drawn barrier 3 in race 3.
Yeah, he's quite the opposite. He's not much of a track worker at home. He goes around half asleep a little bit like myself. So you don't really get a real good gauge on where he's at. But in his career, he's always gone real good first up and fresh. And, he has given us every sign that he's going to run a good race. Doesn't look like he'll find the front with his speed. But, over the mile, we'll press forward and I think he'll go real well.
And then you've got another good drive for the stable in Ultimate Major. He's getting on a bit. He's an 8-year-old, but he's won 12 of 51, and he's only been placed once in 5 runs since resuming from a spell, and that was a very good run when he ran second to King of Swing.
Yeah, he's been a bit of a tricky horse for us. He's broken down 3 or 4 times now, so he's pretty old and but still lightly raced. He takes a long time to get back. He's so gross in himself and doesn't have the greatest attitude to work, a lot like myself as well. But he's starting to. His last 2 have been a lot better. Would have been loved to draw on 1. But yeah, from the barrier over the mile, we'll press forward and just see what happens early. But he's definitely on the improve.
Well, some of your other drives, Aidan, Mighty Major in the first for Ryan Cummings. 3rd at Northam on Sunday when he sat 1 out and 1 back. He's drawn barrier 5. He'll be tested here.
Yeah, you'd think so, but he went good on Sunday at Northam. I was real happy with the way he went. He was the only horse that made it up ground off the track in that race. Up in class, but at the same time, it's not a super field, so he'd be about the place.
Talking about class, you drive the classy mare Tricky Sticks in the Mount Eden Sprint, and she's drawn quite a nice barrier, the inside of the back line, behind Max Affair, who could be the likely leader in the Mount Eden Sprint, and 4th in the pegs when 4 back in the pegs, went 4th behind the mighty Chicago Bull last week. What do you think of her run last week?
Yeah, I was quite happy with the run. She kind of got held up from the 400 to the 200, and chasing Chicago Bull, we won't have to do that this week. Good draw for her. Gets the rail. The rail around Gloucester Park's like anything at the moment. It's probably 2-3 length advantage. So drawing the rail's real good. It's going to be a hot run race. Max Affairs, she's not a bad horse to follow if they want to hold up. So, yeah, it's going to be a nice race, and if she happens to get the splits at the right time, she showed when she won back in Mare's Company, she still does have that powerful finish, and, hopefully they go mad and we're smoking the pipe behind them.
She did display that good sprinting ability 2 starts ago when she flashed home from what seemed to be a hopeless position to win here at Gloucester Park.
Yeah, she did. I was always quite confident that when she went back to Mare's Company and didn't have to chase home Chicago Bull, she was going to run a real good race. I just like the way she felt that day. She really felt good, and around the corner, I hadn't had to go for her yet. And then when we straightened up, I really asked her for her all, and she really gave it to me. So, yeah, that was a promising sign leading up to the big mares races at Christmas.
Now, Aidan, we look at race 7, Parisian Party Girl, trained by Bernard James, drawn the outside of the back line, barrier 2. Not a bad draw.
Yeah, not a bad draw for her. I haven't had a good look at the field, but she's racing quite well at the moment. Her last start, 5th, she was way back on the fence and never got a crack at them till real late and rocketed up the inside. It looks to be a pretty even kind of a race, so, she'll be thereabouts if she gets some sort of racing luck.
So, Aidan, a busy night, and I suggest your best chance is?
Look, they're all... there's a few there that'll go close to winning if they get the right splits. It's all... if Handsandwheels finds the fence, I don't think they'll get near him. But, there's stranger things have happened as well, so I don't want to declare anything, but, all 3 of Dad's horses probably each way chances.
Thanks very much for your time, Aidan, and all the best of luck on Friday night.
Thank you very much.